Hello and welcome to Warblog. Today we're looking at the activity in Homs Province, August 2017. Essentially, it's sort of quite interesting because the Syrian Arab Army are essentially creating a pocket. Now you won't be able to see that from here, but they've and we do have a game for this place, whatever it is. What's it called? Sukna. So we got the one where we took that. So they've got a line that sort of goes like that, and that's sort of what the Syrian Arab Army has. So they have control of the road, and there's some sort of, it's pretty close. But so they don't control all of this. So ISIS control all of this. But the Syrian Arab Army control this sort of stretch of the road down here. And essentially what they're doing is taking this and this, but basically they cut through here and this becomes a pocket. There's another pocket further over there. So it's quite interesting how they're doing that, and could possibly be worth having a much bigger map to define the whole area. Ugh. Well, there you go. Anyway, so we're going to sort of play it, and I'm going to get my map tool out just to sort of reinforce the sort of the areas. Let me just have a look at the actual map that I got it from. Okay, so it sort of goes a bit like this. So the Syrian Arab Army actually controlled all of that, and they also control all of this. So essentially, the first sort of part, their first sort of activity is to take that and that. We do have names. That's Suk, Krasahaya Shaki, Kuwaya. This will come to in a no, that's Latum Gabi. So they take that as well. Yep, okay. And this is Daha Hamra. They already occupy these places. It's not a monopoly, is it? They claim £200 for landing on their hotel. So that's the first thing they do, and then after they've done that, they essentially then take this place here. Now this isn't actually officially an objective, but it's sort of marked on there, and if they're going to basically extend their line of control, it's going to cover that, isn't it? So I've included that, and they're dug in features, they're fortified, so they're going to be pretty tough, but they're not particularly tough because there's only irregulars and a handful of other units that ISIS have. So it's really just sort of, I think they're just falling away, not really fighting, but they're not just walking away, and really, I think their main goal is sort of providing security for the places that they do liberate. So essentially at the end of it, you should sort of have something that looks more like that. So ISIS will still have this, but the thing is, there'll be a line straight through there, which means that this, whatever's over here, is a pocket. It's a part of a pocket if you could zoom out and look at that. So that's pretty much the objective. I mean, as far as strategy goes, I have absolutely no idea really. The thing is, we've got what I call battle groups, tend to call them myself, elements and that will be carrying out the bulk of the aggressive work. But we've also got within there, I've been quite generous with the infantry companies, because they're actually really designed for not so much preventing just security in these units, but maintaining security there and a perimeter and defensive line. Otherwise, and that's why this one is green, because if they just move all their units out here, then ISIS will be able to nip in there and take that. So they've got to defend that. But they're not really tough enough for ISIS to really sort of start battling. But if they leave them on their own, they could be picked out a bit here, a bit there, maybe 1-to-1 odds. But if ISIS get 2 or 3 of their irregular units against them, they could get 3-to-1 odds, maybe more, and start doing some damage. You've still got to be careful, but the infantry units are really sort of put in there, and we've got them in there. We've got 2 over there. So this is what I would say is a sort of static defence. So what these gas fields are, the native gas fields, they're basically being held by these units. These 2 units are not really supposed to do anything, but they're probably engaging these with attrition. But they're quite vulnerable there, but I don't think you'd be really reinforcing them. I think ISIS will have other things to be sort of focusing its attention on. They are dug in as well, so they're pretty tough in there. But we've also got the infantry here, but then you've got your battle groups, so you've got your tank, you've got your tank company, mechanised infantry company, some artillery and some motorised units, and that's pretty much it. But it's enough really, I think, to sort of go around and then piece by piece do things. So now here, I'm not really sure what to do here, because I do like to sort of maybe play it a little more not empathically, but trying to sort of apply at least some sort of degree of sensibility with regards to maybe what might be happening, because otherwise, obviously I could attack that. But I think basically what I'm going to leave this down here. I'm not really going to move anything. I'm going to keep that as a front line, and then once these objectives here, as I described at the start of the video, have been achieved, then they will join in to create that line through there, and to sort of create the pocket of this western sort of area. So that means we've only really got to sort of focus on these 2, as I said, to call them battle groups, and what they're going to do. And I think basically it's pretty straightforward. There's this, as I was reading a book, actually I think I might even have it here. It says there's no such thing as a real clever sort of commander or general. Most things are pretty obvious when you're on the field, and there's not much more that you can do. It's not like inventing the microchip, which is quite complex. You can. But the thing is, I'm not saying it's particularly simple, but I mean, there's not much we can do. I mean, basically, this battle group will go like that. There. I mean, that is going to be their objective, and then maybe to swing around here to take that. I mean, it's hardly rocket science whether they go through this unit, which they probably have to. So taking that unit, quite a lot of units here. Remembering we're trying to sort of worry about what these might do. Do we sort of try and take that out, or we could probably move. Bearing in mind zones of control, we could probably move to there. Well, it's going slow today, my computer. You can tell it's not the web. It's just my computer. So I can move into there, there, and there. So I take these 3 hexes and then move into that, and that will be sort of like the first thing to do. And I think that should be quite straightforward and easy to do. And here, I mean, I don't really think there's much that can be done, but essentially they're obviously going to go and do their thing over here, which could involve creating a front line like that, and then just attacking it as and when, maybe swinging from this end first and then coming around here up this way, but essentially going through this unit here. So to deal with that unit, now zones of controls, we can't get to there because we'd have to go through there, but we could probably get to there, giving us 3 hexes to assault into there. So basically we've got 2 attacks, and that's pretty much it. So Let's see what we've got in there to do that. 2 motorised units, mechanised and some armour. But obviously we've got the artillery first, so let's see what we can do with the artillery. So there's just 2 irregular units in there, but they are dug in. So 0.5 and 0.6, so that's a good start. And so available mobile units, 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically it's going to be 1 in each hex, but one of them is going to be a little more vulnerable than the other. And it's hard to decide which. Of course, there is always the option that I don't try to split up and get all of that. So what would their odds be? Their defence is going to be 2 times 3 is 6, and I will be able to get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. So I'll be able to get 2 to 1 odds. 14, 1.4, 2.8, so that'll be 16.8 against 6. I'm not going to get a 3 to 1 whatever I do unless I commit one of these infantry units, and that will help me. So I'm going to commit one of them. So already I'm sort of compromising on what I really wanted to do, but I'll keep the 2 motorised units together. I'm going to push my mechanised unit there, and the armoured unit there. So that should give me 3 to 1 odds. And remember, they have already taken a hit. Ooh, but back to the game. I do have another ace up my sleeve, and I think I'm going to use it because they're doubled up, although maybe it's, well, it doesn't matter, use it here or there. I'll use it here. Okay, that was stupid. So he's gone down a little bit more. That was pretty much rubbish. So I'm now going to commit my assault. I think I should have about 3 to 1. I think it should be a more graceful 3 to 1 because of their depression, although it's not great. Oh, look at that, 5 to 1. Oh, because I forgot that I've got my armour in there, so they got a bonus. So that would have been like doubled. So there would have been a +4 on there, so, or plus 0.75, and this would have been plus 0.5. So I don't know how many of these things work, but yeah. So and they didn't seem to have any effect for being depressed. They're certainly a little more depressed now, and we've still got some movement. However, I don't really want to be leaving this infantry unit on its own to be at the peril of this unit, so that's stuck. We've not got enough to do a move and attack, but we can move and attack here with this armour, and the question is, do I feel lucky? I think yes. Okay, well, it wasn't brilliant, but it was a DR, so that's forced those irregular units back further. 3.6, 3.6, and just 1 more minute left. Well, I think that's quite a nice opening move there. It's pretty much what I wanted and what I anticipated. I'm pretty much going to do the same thing here with those 3 hexes. I pretty much have the same level of function of flexibility, but I have the Tiger forces there, and they're special forces, so this is going to be even better. But I've only got 30 seconds left, so I'm not even going to bother moving anything. Interesting game, I think. Interesting to see whether you can plan it and make good on your plan and things like that. Hope you enjoy it. I'll speak to you later. Cheers, bye.